YouTube is a pretty strange place. It's got a lot of unusual subcultures within, the bigger picture. Some of them, like the cold start thing. And we actually did a cold start video. And then after we did the cold start video, I realized that it's a really, really strange place. So we haven't gone there since. Then you got like the ASMR videos, where I don't understand it, but it's a huge subculture in the world of YouTube. And then you've got this unboxing thing, right? Where people make videos about just buying stuff and taking it out of boxes. Do I understand this? No, right? But they get huge views. So I says, we just bought this carburetor. It's an Amazon China carburetor. And this is the second one that I bought, and I regretted not doing something with the first one. So I says, let's do an unboxing video. So why did I buy this carburetor? Well, let's go back. I bought this boat a couple of weeks ago, and the idea for this boat here is it's a Christmas present. I have two granddaughters, and my kid, John, their father, wants a boat. So I says, all right, there you go. There's a Christmas present. We're going to buy the family a boat. So I brought it home, and I've been working on it, and I got it running, and I got things to work, and so now we're down to just like getting it to where it starts and goes. So I've got 2 days left. It's today's the 23rd, so I've got like 2 days left to finish this thing up. So last deal on the agenda here was to get the carburetor squared away because it had a funky idle and it would run up and down and it was running really fat. So I bought a rebuild kit and I pulled the carburetor off of it day before yesterday and I started going through it and I'm like, this thing is a disaster, right? The choke itself is bad. The choke plate over here, the rod is bent. One of the screws is broken off in the top of it. It's missing a linkage rod off the bottom of it. This spring is all broken and toast. It doesn't do anything anymore. And then the accelerator pump passages in the base of it are like clogged with like concrete. So I'm like, you know what? This thing is over. Let me find a suitable replacement. So I go online and I just search, Merc Cruiser 2-barrel carburetor. It's a Rochester. It's the same as you'd find on a 2-barrel like 1975 Chevy. So Amazon listing pops up, and it has a whole line of these Rochester-based 2-barrels. And some of them are dirt cheap. They're like $89 and $99. The one I need, though, is the marine version, and it differs in that instead of the choke being mounted off on the bottom of the side here, the choke is mounted off the top plate. So I can't use the car version on the boat intake manifold because the choke interferes with the manifold. So I had to buy the marine version. And it was $199, brand new, delivered within 24 hours. And I'm like, how do I not buy this thing? So that's where we're at now. Package came yesterday, and I haven't opened it, so we'll do an unboxing of the carburetor. So I have my trusty China-made razor blade. Let's cut through our China tape and our China cardboard. High quality stuff here. Okay. And what do we got here? Okay, so maybe I'm not the best unboxer. There we go. All right. How is this so far? This is good? Okay, we've got our import styrofoam packing. Okay. And ooh, here's a nice little package. We have a gas filter. That's a nice touch. Although this thing has a gas filter in line, actually in the carburetor. It comes with a couple of zip ties and some band clamps. Okay. All right. So here we go. Well, it's what else is in the box? It comes with some fuel line. It has an odd texture to it. It's a little mushy, but it's cloth reinforced, So I guess it's, okay. So we got a couple of feet of fuel line there. That'll come in handy. Oh, it's a thing of linkages. I guess it's a universal mount, so they include the linkages separately. So let's cut through our, where did I put my razor blade? What kind of unboxing video can this be if I don't have my razor blade? Okay. Oh wait, it has a rubber band. Ooh, that's nice. Well, first thing I notice here is that it's significantly lighter than the original one. I cut my lip. I'm bleeding. I cut my lip unboxing. So, first thing I notice is that it's significantly lighter. This is made out of aluminum, a lightweight aluminum. This is, well, the top plate of this weighs about as much as the whole carburetor here. Oh, which is good, I guess. This has two separate inlets, which I guess, again, universal carburetor. Oh, okay, we got the same thing here. They just put an extra fitting in it. I guess you just move this thing around to whatever position you need it in. Choke operation is nice and smooth. Throttle operation is nice and smooth. This is good stuff so far. 199 bucks. How do you go wrong? And you know, the thing is, buying a cheap import Chinese or Filipino or whatever carburetor is a lot different than buying, let's say, a crankshaft, because, you know, critical components, highly stressed critical precision components, you don't really want to buy those cheap off of eBay. But I mean, a carburetor, what has it got? A carburetor's got like 2 moving parts inside of it, and they're like, you know, Stone Age primitive moving parts. There's really nothing to go wrong. It's kind of hard to go bad. But comparing it to the original one, everything looks about right. Everything looks about right. So, well, this is bent. Not that it really makes a difference, but this is bent right out of the box. I'm bleeding. This is like an unboxing fail, isn't it? So, I don't know what else to say about it. How do you make a video? Kathy, how do you make a video about, I mean, that's it, right? Isn't that about as far as you can go, unboxing things?
I think so.
Maybe we should just put this on the boat and see if it runs.
Probably.
All right, let's do that then. So let's fast forward now and through the magic of editing, and I'm going to go climb over the boat and screw this thing on and see how it functions. Let's go. Okay, we didn't get very far before we found our first little glitch with this thing. So I'm looking over the fittings and whatnot, and I noticed that there's, here, I gotta come in close for this. So you notice they put an O-ring in the fuel fitting here. Let's pop that out of there. I have no idea why they would do that, but obviously, if you're familiar with this type of fuel line, fuel inlet, it's like the standard General Motors thing. It doesn't get an O-ring. You guys have put this thing together. No O-ring in fuel inlet on this carb. None. Okay. Well, there she is, sitting fat and happy on top of our Mercruiser 3.0. I mean, installation is installation. It was quick, you know, no big deal. Chop, chop, all done. Couple of things. The first is that they had the choke. I mean, this thing was set tight like a bear trap, right? More like a dragon trap. It was tight. So I backed it off a little bit, so now it's just barely hanging in there. So that's good. We had to swap this linkage arm over from the one that was installed on the carb in the package to the one that came with the carburetor to match up to this linkage. And in doing so, we had to bend the accelerator pump arm because it binds up here without that bend in it. So that's done and that's good, and that's all functioning well. And other than that, I mean, it's all pretty good. I've got this turned all the way in and then backed out 2 turns. I've had this thing running before, but all it really did was like stumble and buck and dump gas and do weird stuff. So let's see what she's going to do now. All right, the moment of truth. All right, the pump is running. It's not dumping any gas through the boosters or anything. So that's all good. All right. Here goes nothing. Almost. All right, let's do it this way. Okay, that's not bad at all. I may have a dirty plug or something. Something's just not quite right in the ignition side of things, but as far as the carburetor function goes, that's pretty damn good. I don't know why she's idling so high. I've got the throttle stop set as low as it'll, I mean, the screws just about ready to fall out. But that's just going to be some tweaking around with it. No, I mean, all in all, it looks pretty good. I mean, for 199 bucks and, you know, delivered to the door, not bad. I mean, time will tell if it's actually a good carburetor or not. But I'm going to say from this point, we're good. A lot of you guys are, oh, you just destroyed the water pump because you ran it without water. I know, the water pump is already pre-destroyed. I have to change the impeller on it. I know. So, that's it. I don't want to run it anymore now. I'm satisfied with the results. Unboxing, Chinese, Amazon carburetor success. See you tomorrow.